I think we've talked about this before offline in previous conversations, but creator versus creative. Like, I think both can be nouns. So when we think about it from a noun standpoint, in your mind, is there a difference between creator and creative? And how do you use it? And I used to struggle with it, but now I have a clear definition between the two, and I'll share that after yours. But kind of how do you use creator versus creative when you're talking about an individual?
Yeah, and I wish I could remember what the last answer is, because I don't think it's even going to be the same as what it was last time.
That's perfect. So that's one of the cool things about being a creator, and I'll share mine again, is that like as you continue to create, like you evolve. So it's really cool as you create, you can look back and see your evolution and your growth of your thoughts or your practice or your craft. So it's perfectly okay if your definition you're about to give now is different than before, because things have changed and you've learned more, you've experienced more, that gives you a new updated definition.
Yeah, and right now I would say creative is, in the noun sense, almost like you're still trying to figure it out. Like you have creative aspects of yourself and like a creative personality, and you can like put out creative stuff. But then, like, because I struggle to call myself either, but then creator in my head felt like you're defining yourself as that, not in a bad way, but it's like you're the creator of something. You have a body of work or a product or a brand or something that you are the creator of, because I wouldn't say I'm the creative of something. But like if I'm confident in something that I made, I want to like claim myself as the creator of that. But then in another sense, like a lot of people just consider YouTubers like those are creators, and then like if you're writing, you're a writer, and I think that gets pretty murky, and like I don't think that part really matters. But to me, it's kind of like creative is like when you're doing a lot of it and still trying to figure it out. And then creator is like when you can confidently define yourself as like, I made this thing.
I think my definition is similar. It's close. I start breaking down the two, going on the verb sense. I think we are all creative. And I think we'll hit on this when we go back to when we were younger. But I think we're all born to create. And so we all are creative, which would mean we are all creatives. And then I think that I got influenced by, I'm listening and reading to Questlove's Creative Quest. It's an awesome book. And if you haven't read it, I would encourage you. But I'm not a big audiobook guy, but I would almost encourage you to listen to it as well, because Questlove narrates it. And there's like music and stuff in it as well. So it's really, really well done. But in it, he talks about, I forget how he frames it, but it really connected with me, is that you move from a creative to a creator when you put something out. So like, and the way I define it is, if you're creating for yourself, which is what I think we should initially do, then you're still just a creative. But once you put something out for the world to see, then you've become a creator, which I think ties into yours. You've created something, but I think like the transition is you share it with the world.
I like that.
My definition isn't that you have to make money on it. Like I don't think that the business side of creating makes you a creator. I think it's just creating something to share with the world, taking your gifts and putting it where people can see. And that's when you transition to a creator. So I think all creators are creatives, but not all creatives are creators. It's once you put something out, then you become a creator. It's kind of how I've broken it down. And I really like that, which I hope I like it, since it's kind of my definition as of today. We'll see if it evolves, but that's how I've been able to, because I used to use them interchangeably, and now I'm more intentional about how I use those two nouns.